What did you do with your time once you stopped gambling? I started to make YouTube videos. Let me tell you about how this happened because I think it's a little bit funny. So, following my relapse on November the 12th of 2022, I went back into a support group meeting, and a guy pretty close to my age had stopped showing up right around the same time. So I gave him a call and I said, "Hey man, what's going on?" He said, "Listen, I went back to gambling." I said, "Why?" He was going through it, his own personal situation, but I said, "Listen, you," I said, "Listen, God knows I don't know how to stop this at this point, but I know you don't want to do the same thing that I just did because I'm about to clock in for my third shift of the day. You don't want to live the same life that I'm living right now." And he said, "You know what? You're right." And he ended up coming back in, and to this day, he hasn't placed a bet. I didn't do that for him. He did all the hard work, but I'd like to think I was part of that initial push to get him back into meetings. And so I felt really good about that. And I was the first time in a long time where I felt like I was contributing to the world. And I said, let me do that. I'm going to record myself. I'm going to put it on YouTube saying the same thing, and I'm going to get 1 million views and everyone's going to love me. And so I did. I recorded it and I put it on YouTube and I posted it and I got 5 views. One was from my girlfriend, one was from my mom, and 2 of them were my own burner accounts. And I said, screw it, that's not it. Forget it, I'm not going to do it anymore. And my girlfriend says to me, "Hey, your video sucked." I said, "Wow, love you too, thank you." She said, "The reason that it sucked is because you tried to be someone that you're not. You tried to sound like a doctor. You tried to sound like you knew what the answers were. Just be yourself. Put it on TikTok and people might like it." I said, "TikTok's stupid. I'm not going to put it on TikTok." She said, "Just do it." She was right. I posted a video I shot in the Dunkin' Donuts drive-thru of myself talking about how roulette's not 50-50. The video ended up doing over 1 million views. And from that day forward, I started making content every single day about my gambling addiction story. And so all that to say, I found something to do with my life that gave me a sense of purpose. It ended up being creating this content, but it sure didn't start out too strong. It was not about getting views. It wasn't about being a success. It was about doing something that I thought was going to help someone else.